Welcome everyone to the next project for fifth grade. This is a overlapping project. The focus, the standard, everything is based off of one word, and that is overlapping, right? So we are taking a scissors, okay? And depending on what side you are on with the scissors, you will notice things change. So on this side, we have the word or the name brand, Fiskars. We have some writing right here, but that's not going to be that important. And if it's that small, I don't want you to add it. On this side, we just have like a little circle pattern, but even how the light is picking up certain indents and grooves, these are all details that we want to focus on and add into our drawings. If we flip it, we notice there's no writing, but now we have the presence of a screw. So I will know what side you are on with your scissors just by whether or not you have the screw showing or not. Okay. Now you can flip back and forth every time that you draw the scissors, but those are some details that you want to look at. Okay. You can also have the scissors open or shut or in between. Okay. You can have part of the scissors going off the paper with the handles. You can have part of the scissors going off the paper with the blade showing, right? So I'm going to talk about a couple of those, but for the time's sake of this video, I'm not going to get to everything. Now, the first scissors that you draw is probably going to be the easiest one, right? You get to choose where you want it on the paper. You get to choose if it's open or closed or on the side with the screw showing or the name brand showing on the blade. You get to decide all that, okay? I would take your first piece and make sure that the whole thing is on the paper, right? Now, if you're at home, you're going to use whatever scissors you have at home, and things might be a little bit different, but please watch the video and listen just in case things are a little bit similar. Now, when we start this, I'm using a pen. You're going to use pencil. The most important thing is you holding it down, okay? It is easier if it's open, but I'm going to show you the harder way first. And all you're going to do, which probably sounds a little suspicious, is you're going to trace the outline of the scissors. Okay. And so holding it so that it doesn't move, holding it so that your hands aren't in the way, all really important. Okay, my pen cannot go inside of there. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. Now, when I pick this up, or before I pick this up, I want to check to make sure that I got everything. Then all I want to do is move it close to the existing traced scissors. Now what I need to do is figure out all the little details that I left off or I couldn't add because of me tracing. So I'm going to start out with the top here. People often forget about this, and a lot of people will just make a straight line, but we can all see that it's curved. So this curve, I want to add. Okay. Next, we can see the blade. So we want to draw that blade with that overlap. Okay. We'll get to the Fiskars in a little bit, but on this side, I have a circle. But before I even get to that, I'm going to look at this space. I couldn't fit my pen inside of this area, right? So that's something that I need to add. This is basically from this curve, almost like a straight line that goes out. Okay, so I can start out by drawing that part. Right. Then we have a little bit of a space here, and it goes till about just before the circle, so about here. And then it makes this curve away, and then they come back together. Now I can add my circle. Now I want to look at the grooves that the light catches, okay, either from the part of the curve that's on the circle here. So you'll see it by looking at the scissors. A little groove here. So that is the handle. Now for the, if you grab the side and trace the side with the words up, now we want to look at the font. So just like we did with the soda can, we want to try to copy the same font and the size. So when we look at it, about the same length, tried for the same font, same size, all of that. And then I'm going to also add the blade bevel on there as another line. So basically this is a simplified line drawing, all right? But now we got to talk about the overlapping part. So the first one, like I said, is the easiest. I'm going to flip my scissors over now, and I'm also going to have it open, okay? If I put it on there like that, okay, I am now going to trace it just like I did the first time, but I'm not going to go inside of the one I just did. So we are tracing it, and we're talking about overlapping. So to make it look as if it is going underneath, we want to stop every time we have a part that goes over the top of it, right? Which, when you're doing your second one, isn't an issue, as it will be when you're doing your 20th. Okay. Now, if it moves on you, that's because of that little circle that we drew. Okay. If it moves on you, you just have to open it right back up to where it was. Okay. Then hold it carefully. Right. And then again, move it somewhere close to you. And now you got to look at it again. This way, I'm doing it on purpose so that I can show you some of the things. We have this metal piece. We also have this opening here. And you'll notice that this piece is completely separate from this handle over here. So we're going to start by drawing this rounded piece, and it comes out past this. Right, so it does that. I add the circle, add a smaller circle inside of that, and then I can do like a bubble letter X. Okay. Next, we're going to add the angle here, and then the bladed part coming in there. And draw the rest of that blade, and then the beveled part of it there. I don't have anything on the other, so now I just need to add the angled leg portion. Okay. So that is what you're going to be doing over and over and over again, right? You heard it earlier, it's 20. I need 20. Does this count right here for 20? Yes. Or for 1, I mean. This could be 1, okay? What you can't do is do 20 of these around the outside, okay? There has to be scissors all over. If you do it in the middle, you can just keep working your way out. But what I'm looking for when I grade is, did you go inside any other scissors? Did you add the right amount of detail, okay, that we see on the scissors? And is overlapping present, which I've already got 1. And the first one that you drew, that should be the one that looks like it's on top. So everyone after that, you'll trace and you'll just stop when you get into it. So it gets harder and harder the more that you have on it. Okay. So don't color anything in. Everything stays as simple lines, but 20 scissors, you'll have plenty of classes to work on it. That is the main theme. So whatever scissors you have at home or you have in class, you're just going to trace carefully with pencil. Okay. So there are 3, and you can see I would continue to add the detail. So that is what you're doing. Good luck, everyone.